In the world of Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire, there are several powerful items and weapons out there. But what are they? Well, stick around because we're going to find out. Number 1, Valyrian Steel. It's a form of steel from old Valyria. Valyrians forged the steel by folding iron many times to balance and remove impurities, as well as the use of unknown spells, giving it magical properties and unnatural strength. Blades made from this steel are lighter, stronger, sharper, and basically unbreakable. It doesn't rust, not even after hundreds of years. Not even dragon fire can melt it down, and it's one of two things that can kill White Walkers. Many blades have shown up in the main series, including Longclaw, Ice, Blackfire, Dark Sister, etc., etc. And there's several more out there. Several of them that have been lost too, like Bright Roar, which belonged to House Lannister. There's Red Rain that belongs to House Bolton. A lot of houses have ancestral swords made from Valyrian steel. It was the steel, along with their dragons, that allowed the Valyrian freehold to beat the Giscari Empire and rule over much of western Essos. Next, we have dragon glass. Known as volcanic glass by small folk and as obsidian by the maesters of the Citadel, it's formed by immense heat and pressure in the earth. That's obsidian. And it can be forged into weapons like blades, spears, you get it. And it's sharper than normal steel, but it is also more brittle. According to George R.R. Martin, it also has magical characteristics, although these are not known. The children of the forest use an obsidian blade to turn a man into the first White Walker in some sort of ritual. It's also the other thing that can actually kill White Walkers too. Maybe that's the magical characteristic part coming into play. Next up, we have Jan Royce's magic armor. Or just House Royce's armor in general. Jan Royce is the Lord of Runestone and the head of the senior branch of House Royce. He's an experienced and capable warrior and knight, but what puts him on this list is his armor. It's thousands and thousands of years old, bronze, and inscribed with ancient ruins of the first men that apparently wards him or whoever wears it from all harm. We don't know if that's actually true or not, but if it is thousands of years old and it has no rust or damage to it, then I am inclined to believe it. Dawn. The ancestral greatsword of House Dane, Dawn is the most desired sword in the realm. According to legend, the founder of House Dane forged the sword from a falling star, giving it a milk glass white color look and magical properties and sharpness similar to Valyrian steel. But George R.R. Martin said that its magical properties are more potent than Valyrian steel. Unlike other ancestral swords in other houses that are passed from lord to heir, Dawn is only passed down to someone who is deemed worthy of wielding it, and if they do, they gain the title of the Sword of the Morning. This sword has potentially been a part of this house for 10,000 years. Here's a feat of how sharp it is. When Sir Arthur Dane was knighting Sir Jaime Lannister, he accidentally cut his shoulder. He accidentally cut through Jaime's tunic and caused him to bleed on accident. Just by doing the knight thing, That's insane. He barely tapped him, and it cut through his tunic and caused Jaime to bleed. So the next item, there's literally like two or three things said about it, and I couldn't find a picture of it anywhere, but it is the Kraken Horn. There's so little info about this object, and there's no proof that it even exists outside of just a very small handful of mentions. It's just, a small handful of times, and some say it's on Claw Island, others say Victorian Greyjoy has it, but nonetheless, it's a horn that can apparently summon krakens from the depths of the ocean. Krakens are these colossal sized squids that can bring down massive ships and kill leviathans. So, I mean, if it exists, that's pretty freaking powerful, especially for like the Ironborn and whatnot. Um, yeah, that's all. That's all. It's about it. Moving on. Melisandre's ruby. The ruby gemstone around Melisandre's neck seems to channel her power through the Lord of Light. It always glows and glimmers when she uses her magic. It can even burn her if she uses a lot of her magic. It also gives her immortality and vitality. When she was poisoned, it just glowed and she felt none of the effects of the poison. And when she takes it off, she ages drastically in minutes. Maybe because that's just the effect of the magic, or maybe she's like hundreds of years old. In the show, when she took it off, she like instantly aged and died of old age. So, yeah. The Horn of Winter, or Joramon's Horn. While this item did make one little short cameo appearance early on in the main show, it plays a much bigger role in the books. Thousands of years ago, Joramon, a king beyond the wall, supposedly blew into it and woke giants from the earth. Free folk today believe that blowing the horn can bring down the wall. They believe this so much that Mance Rayder didn't want to use it when he attacked the Night's Watch out of fear that there would be nothing to stop the White Walkers if they ever returned. Uh, but it's also believed by some that he only has like a replica of the horn and that the real horn is lost somewhere, or it's just gone, or it doesn't exist. There's a lot of different beliefs on it and whatnot. So, who knows? The White Walker Ice Blades. Whether it's in the shape of a sword or a spear or whatever, these are the weapons of the White Walkers. They're made out of crystallized ice, and they seem to have magical properties too. They've been seen easily decapitating a man, as well as killing a dragon. Bronze and steel weapons instantly freeze and shatter upon clashing with them, and Valyrian Steel seems to be the only true counter to these ice blades as well. Dragon Binder. Also called the Hell Horn, it's a 6-foot long horn made from a massive horn of a dragon. It has ancient Valyrian glyphs on it, and Valyrian steel has been infused with it. When the horn sounds, the glyphs glow white hot, and the noise that comes out of it sounds like the screams of 1,000 souls, and the listeners feel like their very bones are on fire. The guy that blew the horn, Kraken Horn, later died because his lungs were charred black. According to a red priest, the glyphs read, "I am Dragon Binder. No mortal man shall sound me and live. Blood for fire, fire for blood." She tells Victorian Greyjoy that in order to use it and not die, you must claim it with your blood, becoming its master. Euron Greyjoy believes this horn can control dragons. And currently in the books, Euron Greyjoy has this horn and is on his way to meet Daenerys Targaryen for her dragons. So, we'll see if he's right or not. And lastly, Wildfire. It's a volatile, flammable liquid that can burn for a long time, and it's incredibly destructive and explosive when lit. It's a close cousin to Dragon Flame, and its chemical makeup is a close guarded secret by its creators, the Alchemist Guild. The only thing the Mad King Aerys II Targaryen loved to do was to watch people being burned alive with this, and it's actually the only way he could get off, if you know what I mean. In 259 AC, Summerhall was destroyed in a wildfire explosion. We also saw what a lot of wildfire can do in the main series. In one instance, it destroyed a big chunk of Stannis Baratheon's fleet, and in another one, destroyed the Sept of Baelor. Only 3 things are harder than wildfire: dragon flame, the fire that dwells within the earth, and the sun. A former Prince Targaryen, I think it was Aerion Targaryen, I could be wrong about that, actually tried drinking some wildfire once, hoping, because he believed it would turn him into a dragon. No, he just burned alive from the inside out and died. So, good for him, I guess. And that is my list. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Leave a comment of what you thought. And hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos and all the great stuff. I truly do appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.